Hi, I'm Caitlin Haisch, and this is my reflection video over the Informative Speech Project. I think that the purpose of the Informative Speech Project was to further our experience with working with PowerPoint and adding narration. I also think that this was used to continue on building our confidence in speaking, and in my case, the purpose of my informative speech was to inform people about the state of South Dakota and how we are the lowest paying state for teachers. Going into this presentation, I felt really confident. I didn't have anybody staring at me, so I knew that it'd just be me recording this, so I didn't have that kind of like panic feeling that I would normally get if I knew that I was going to have people staring at me. Speaker ethos are, to me, how someone can relate to you and trust you, and to make sure I had high ethos, I made sure that before I wrote this speech and gave it, I made sure that I was well educated on my topic, and I did a lot of research just to make sure that I could get accurate information. The technology I used was adequately prepared. I only used a computer, so other than the fact that I had to find a mouse so I didn't have to use the pad, that's pretty much all the preparation I needed. I wouldn't have done anything differently. I think I did well. So the principles I kept in mind when designing a PowerPoint, I made sure that I didn't have a background that was too boring, and also I made sure that I didn't have a PowerPoint that was too crazy and that would be distracting people that were viewing my PowerPoint. And a point for effectively creating a PowerPoint, you want to make sure that you don't use pictures that don't relate to your topic. You want to make sure that you use pictures and videos that relate to your topic, because otherwise people are going to wonder what you're doing and why you even put that in the first place, because it absolutely makes no sense to what you're even talking about. In terms of structure and organization, I felt like the introduction went really well and also the conclusion went really well. The transitions I really didn't like. Those felt awkward. I felt like what I was saying kind of sounded weird, and then I felt like I was just saying it randomly. It was just like, felt like it was out of nowhere. How did I consider my audience? Well, since this is not in front of an actual audience, I just made sure to remember to speak clearly and not too fast and not too slow, but somewhere nicely in the middle so that people could hear me and understand me. In my speech that worked, I felt that everything I did worked. I felt like nothing was really bad. And also, I'd like to give thanks to our book, and specifically chapter 13, which begins on page 97, and that whole chapter just talks about pointers about informative speeches, so that really helped me when obviously writing an informative speech. So this was my reflection vlog over our informative speech project. Thanks.